everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Debbie, and today we're going to be making a red velvet cheesecake brownie. Wow. All of that in one good, delicious dessert. So if you think that's something you'd be interested in, want to get the recipe, keep watching. And if you're not subscribed here, hit that red subscribe button and always give me a thumbs up. When you hit that thumbs up, it helps my channel to grow. And always hit the bell notification too, so you're notified of every video that I do upload. Okay, so let's get started into our red velvet cheesecake brownies. I have been doing a lot of red velvet this month, these last few weeks, just centered around the month of February, love, you know, Sweetheart's Day. So hope you can make one of these recipes and share it with someone you love, or just treat yourself. Okay, so let's get into the recipe. Now, this is a brand new recipe for me, so bear with me. So first we're going to make the base, which is the red velvet brownies. So we're going to whisk together 1 cup of sugar. And hang on. Always forgetting something, aren't I? A half a cup of melted butter. One cup of sugar, half a cup of melted butter. Then we're going to add in our cocoa powder, 1/4 of a cup, pre-measured out. I try to do my ingredients, get them prepared, and then I'm always leaving my milk in the refrigerator or left my butter over there by the microwave. But it's all working out. It's fine. Then we're going to do some red food coloring. I'm just going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon first. Okay, that didn't want to come out, so I'm going to add a little bit more. The recipe calls for a 1/4, no, it calls for 1 ounce. Now, I'm not going to use 1 ounce. This is Wilton gel food coloring, and this is 1 ounce of a jar. I really don't see we need that much red food coloring in a dessert or in any food. So let's get that in there. And then we're going to also put in, let's do a teaspoon of vanilla. One teaspoon of vanilla. And then it also calls for 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, which I have pre-measured out. And some white distilled vinegar. I was going to look up and see what white distilled vinegar does, because it's in a lot of red velvet recipes. I know it does something. I'm going to look into that, and I might put it in the description what I found out. Then we're going to do a teaspoon of white distilled vinegar. And then we're going to add 2 eggs, slightly beaten, it says. Get that all mixed up in there. And I'm sporting a new apron today. My husband surprised me on my birthday with a new apron. Actually, he got me a couple. This apron is actually from Walmart. It's the label My Texas House, My Texas Home. That line. Okay, I think that's good and incorporated. We're now going to stir in our flour. 3/4 cup of flour. One. And I think I'm going to stir a little bit in at a time. 2. And our third one makes 3/4 cup. And after we get this all mixed in, we're going to set aside 1/4 cup of this batter. Then we're going to start on our cheesecake portion of the Red Velvet Cheesecake Brownies. I think that's good mixed up. I think I'll just scrape the sides with my spatula. I see a little flour hanging out there on the edge. Get it mixed up. Make sure we got it off the bottom. And I think we're good. So we're going to reserve that. We have a 8x8 baking dish. I have it greased a little bit with some shortening. So we're going to get our brownies into that. And then we'll start on the cheesecake portion. Get those spread into the corners. Try to get it pretty even. I think that's as good as we're going to get that. Set that aside. So to make our cheesecake filling, we're going to, let me get this out of the way. So next we're going to do our cheesecake filling. It is 1 block, 8 ounces of cream cheese. And to that, then we're going to add our sugar and an egg and some vanilla. And I'm going to get this beat up fluffy first. I've had it sitting out a while. So let's get it mixed up. Can I reach? Yes, I can. So it's not going to take long. It was pretty soft. So I think that's beat up pretty good. Then we're going to add our 1/4 cup of sugar. 1 egg that has been sitting out at room temperature. And 1/4 cup, not 1/4 cup. I know I love my vanilla, but I don't think I love it that much. Let's do 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm just going to eyeball it because my 1/4 teaspoon is dirty. It says 1/4 teaspoon. Put a touch more if you like, but we're going to go with the recipe. You want to beat it until it's very smooth, no chunks. So I'm going to scrape the side of my bowl. And I'm going to speed up that on the video for you so you don't have to listen to all that beating. But I wanted to beat it extra good so it's nice and silky and smooth. And then we're going to take this smooth goodness. It says drop it in dollops over the red velvet brownies. I think the reason it wants you to drop it just by random drops over the brownies, this way you're not disturbing the brownie base and moving it all around under there. So once you get all of your cheesecake batter on there, then we're going to use an offset spatula to just gently cover the brownie mix on the bottom. And I think you could do this without an offset spatula. If you don't have an offset spatula, just be very gentle and careful not to drag or move the brownie base underneath. And if you do drag some in it, it's not the end of the world, because we're going to actually put our reserve on the top of this and try to make a very pretty design. Okay. Now here's where the magic comes in. Then it says just to drop some of your reserve on the top. I think I'm going to make more like a line with mine. I'm going to make a couple different lines. This is all new to me. I've never made this recipe, so let's do this together and see how it turns out. Kind of like the glazed sweetheart rolls I made. They turned out really good, but they didn't turn out in the shape of hearts. If you haven't seen that video, you'll need to scroll down and watch that one, because that was a really good recipe. They did turn out delicious. They just didn't turn out in the shape of hearts. But if I worked on them a little bit, I think I could have got them to be heart-shaped. But I digress. Now let's get back to the red velvet cheesecake brownies. So I'm going to put this on the top, and then I'm going to drag a skewer, a toothpick, whatever you have on hand, through it and make a design. Okay, so I've got some toothpicks. I'm just going to pull through the brownie mix. And make a design. So for my first time, I think it turned out pretty good. My advice from what I just did and what I see could be better is just make the lines and do them pretty well evenly spaced. You can get 4 lines out of that 1/4 cup of batter. So do them evenly spaced on there, and then it would be a little more symmetrical. Mine's not, but it's still going to taste wonderful. Ooh, they're done. They're looking pretty good. Oh, they smell amazing. So let's dig in. Ooh, I left a little bit in there. Mmm. Ooh, the red velvet brownie. I like that. I don't know if you can see. Got the brownie, cheesecake. Let's try them together. I think we have a winner. Ooh, that cheesecake on the top of that red velvet brownie. Very smooth. The cheesecake is really smooth. It's delicious. It really is. You know, I was even thinking you could drizzle a little chocolate sauce on there. Maybe strawberry, a little strawberry syrup. If you have any strawberry jam in your fridge, just heat it up a little bit till it gets a little syrupy. Drizzle that on there. That would be good. Or just plain like this is really good. So I hope you try this recipe. I'll have it linked down in the description. Until we see each other again, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.